Okay guys, today I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks on Riverside Park people don't know about. Well, some people don't know about. So first of all, this track is actually best played, I'm doing this in time trials so I can't actively show you. This track is best played as a bagging track, and if you don't know what that means, it means instead of rushing ahead and to win, you play bad to get good items and then shoot ahead by taking a bunch of shortcuts. And first of all, before I do anything else, I'm going to show you a few pretty good mushroom shortcuts. There's actually 4 on this track that I could find myself. If you guys have any that you like to use that I didn't mention, feel free to use them instead. So there is that one right at the start that I just did. There's this one right after the bridge. And then there's the one I did on lap 1, which is just through that mud. But there's actually a third one that, fourth one that doesn't really count as a shortcut, but it's still possible to be done. I'll show that to you when I get there. But this track is a good example of something that basically your item luck takes a pretty big it's basically just about your item luck, whether or not you win on this track. Now, here's the technically 4th shortcut, it's just going over that piece of grass. On this track, and when you're not in time trials, the piranha plants can have various items above them, such as mushrooms or green shells. And if you hit one of them, like this, well, not like that, with an item, like a green shell, then they will drop the item on the ground, and if you drive over it, it'll either hurt you if it's a green shell, or give you a boost if it's a mushroom. Now, I don't know for sure if they can do green shells, but I do know for sure that they can have mushrooms. I've seen it before. And it's not, even though people like to go after the piranha plants because of that, to get the mushrooms, it's not actually a good idea, because since they're not in the middle of the track, they're too out of the way for the items to be useful. Because just taking a tighter racing line would be faster. And a lot of you pro players, or even players that are new to the game, might have wondered why I didn't do a trick off the ramp near the waterfall. Well, that's actually a valid point, and I will tell you why though. It's actually faster on this ramp specifically to not trick, because tricking gives you a little bit of extra air time, and if the longer you're in the air, the slower you're gonna be going. So it's actually best to not trick and just use a mini turbo boost instead. Now, there are a lot more things to cover on this track, such as where coins spawn and everything, but they're not too out of the way to get, and I think a lot of them are pretty easy to grab if you're just playing normally. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Hope you get better at Riverside Park.